Welcome. Today I am doing another ink review video, and this one is called Baystate Blue by Noodlers. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now this ink is supposed to be very pretty. It's supposed to be very nice blue, and it's also supposed to stain everything. So I actually didn't purchase this ink for a very long time because I was afraid it would get stuck to everything and I wouldn't be able to remove it. So usually Noodler bottles are extremely full, so I have to be careful when I open this. Okay, and it's very full, just like it should be. All right, let's do the swatch first. This is a very vibrant blue. It's very pretty. Goes down really nice. I can see why a lot of people like this ink. It is very pretty so far. All right, let's try to wash this off. I don't know if that's futile or not. Let's see if it comes off of here. Okay, it washed off of this, so I think we're okay on that. I'm going to set it on the side there. And let's go ahead and write the name. All right. See if it comes off of this. Well, a little bit. It's definitely leaving something on the glass on this one. That's okay. I'll figure out what to do about that later. In the meantime, I'm going to set this under the fan to dry. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and try this on some regular copy paper. So far it's going down really smooth. It's making me nervous having it right there. Let's move it up here. It is a pretty smooth color. Looks like there's a tiny bit of feathering on this, but this is cheap copy paper, and this pen does tend to put down quite a bit of ink. We'll set that aside to dry and try this on some HP 32 paper. Okay. Just going to dip it again. I don't think there's any point in trying to wash it off because I don't think it's going to completely clean off this pen just with water. There we go. This is HP 32. So this is just like another type of copy paper, but it has a smoother surface and it resists the ink pretty good. So a lot of people like it as a budget option for paper. There we go. Interesting. I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up. This isn't dry yet either, but this is not just a flat blue color. There's something to it. There's something nice about it. There we go. Let's try, this is Tomo River paper, and Tomo River paper is really nice. Very often it will show off the different properties of the ink very, very well. So I always like to include this in my tests. And if there are any colors that you would like to see me review, leave a comment or suggestion, and if I have it or if I can get it, we'll do a review video. There we go. And if these videos are helpful to you at all, or if you enjoy them, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and that way you won't miss any videos. All right. There's that so far. I'm seeing something in the ink. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to go check on the swatch we made. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So here is how these turned out. This is the copy paper. There is a teeny tiny bit of feathering, but I'm pretty sure it just has to do with the glass pen and how much ink it lays down. I don't think this would be a problem in a normal fountain pen, especially something with a fine nib. This is a really, really pretty color even on copy paper. On HP32, the color is a little bit richer. I don't really see any shading, but there's something about it, almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but there's something very nice about this color. Then on the Tomoe River, you can see it performs even better. The color is very similar across all three samples here, but on the Tomoe River, it's a little bit richer. It almost has a slight purple hue to it, almost. It's very, very pretty. And I thought when I was watching it dry, I thought there was a slight sheen, but I don't see it now that it's dry. So that might have been just my imagination. No shading at all that I can detect, but it's a very pretty blue. And then here's how it came out on the swatch. You can see how rich and vibrant this blue is. It's so pretty. There is a tiny bit of feathering, but I've noticed that some inks do feather on these swatches, whereas others don't, and I don't know why. But in this writing samples, you can see that it's totally fine. So I think it just has to do with how much ink I laid down. But that's how it looks so far. It's very, very pretty. And there's one other small thing I'd like to do. I'm going to set those aside. I have these postcards that are blank on the front, and I thought it might be fun to put some ink splotches down. And I have this little disposable pipette because I really don't think I will be able to use it for anything else after this. And I just want to do some little drips down here and see what happens. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, but there we go. I'm going to see if it bleeds through. Hopefully not. These postcards are not meant for this kind of abuse. They don't hold up well to watercolors or heavy inks, or heavy amounts of ink, I should say. So this is probably too much for it. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like it's seeping through the edges there. What I'm going to do now is just push it down like that on this plastic. There we go. That's pretty cool. I'm going to try to scrape off some of this extra here. Alright, I'm going to try to get this to dry somehow without it touching anything else. Wish me luck, I guess. Let's see. I don't think I thought this through properly. I'll just set it down here. Okay, I think that's safe. And I've got another postcard. I'm going to do a couple more of these real quick. I think what I'll do this time is put some of the ink down directly here. Just a few drops. Whoops. There we go. And then just put the postcard on top like this. I'm curious to see, oh, look at that, I got some on my hand already. Curious to see if this ink comes off in shipping in the mail. Oh, look how cool that looks. That looks excellent. And once again, I need to find a place for this. Let's see. Maybe I can set this one up here. All right. I'll do a few more. I kind of like that one. I think I'll do another one. A couple drops of ink like this. Oops. A little bit too much right there. Have to make sure it's not on my hands before I press this down, because I don't want to put a dark splotch here where the address goes. There we go. Another neat one. That looks really cool. I like how the wrinkles in the plastic give it that nice look there. Alright, I'm just going to set this aside. I've got a bunch more of these I want to make, but I think you get the idea. This blue is going to absolutely stain everything it touches. That is why I did this with the plastic covering everything. So I hope you have a great April Fool's Day, and thanks for watching. You have a great day.